Hello, today we are going to be working on this assignment right here. So please make sure you go to translate if you need a translation. And the assignment, you go to home and then you go here, right? And make sure you click on, this is the link for the assignment, the video you're watching, but click on this for the translation if you want to translate your document. And that document is right here, okay? So please be sure to read this and translate it, and read this and translate it here, okay? So what are we doing today? So if you go to the assignment, you've got this situation here. You get a graph. So everybody please go ahead and translate that. Use your document to translate this right here, okay? So everybody please read that, okay? Okay, take a moment. So a parabola, if you have a graph, we've been studying how if you have a graph, you can write the equation of this graph for all the points, and you can put it in factored form. If you remember, it's got parenthesis and a parenthesis, right? What we're going to do is try to get the actual equation for the graph, but there's also a third part. There's also the A. The A tells you whether it goes like up or down, or like that, or like that, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is try to find the equation for this graph right here, okay? So everybody, let's do question number 1. So please go ahead and do the translation here. Okay, please translate that and then come back here and let's look at this one here. Okay, so we've got the key thing here is if m is the smaller x coordinate, so this is the x coordinate of the two zeros. There's two zeros. There's a 0 right here and a 0 right there. So one is -7, correct? And this one is 5. So we want the smaller one. So what is m? M is right here, okay? So we want to get, what we're trying to get is the factored equation. So the m is going to just be basically this right here, the smaller one. So -7, very easy, okay? And then n is the other one over here. So that's going to be n, so that's going to be 5. So very easy, okay? Now a is a little bit different. We're going to have to do a little bit of more work on a to find out what a is. Because remember, a needs to go through here, and through there. So now we know that the equation that we need to get is we know that, so we have this equation right here, correct? So now what we need to do is we need to get f of x, and we need to do the factored part. So we're going to have a, right? And then we have parentheses, and then we're going to get the first part right here, right? It's going to be x, and then -7. It's actually going to be, I'll do this one over here, okay? So x minus -7 actually is equal to x plus 7. Two negatives make a positive, okay? Also, we remember that it's the opposite sign of this, so it's going to be x plus 7 for this one. And then this one over here, it's 5, so the opposite sign, x minus 5, okay? So we know that. Those are the zeros. Those are the zeros right there, okay? But what about a? Well, what we know is that right here, when x is 2, and we can even make a chart, right? We can go x and f of x. Let's make it so. Go ahead and make a chart. And let me clear out this. So remember, we know this point right here is -7, 0, correct? So that means the x is -7 and the y or f of x is 0. So let's go ahead and put that down over here, okay? So we're going to get -7, f of x is 0. Again, that's from this point right here, right? So this one over here, what is that? That's going to be 5, 0. But what we're going to do now is we're going to put this one over here. So we're going to get x is 2, so let's put that there, and y, f of x is -81. So we have 3 points. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. So what does that mean? It means when okay, so what I'm going to do next is we're going to use this point right here, the 2, -81. I'm going to use 2 for x, so I'm going to put that over here. Do you see right, instead of x, I put it right here. Okay, we go take the number 2, put it right there, okay? And also for this x, we put it right there, okay? And the negative 81 is the f of x, which is going to be like the y or the f of x, okay? So we got that there. Now the next on the calculator, we're going to calculate this. Okay, so we take this equation and we simplify. So this is going to be negative 81 equals a, and then 2 plus 7 is 9, so times 9. 2 minus 5 is negative 3, right? And then we multiply these together and we get negative 81 equals a times negative 27, correct? Okay, then we want to solve for a, so we have to divide by negative 27, both sides, negative 27. And if we do negative 81, and remember, make sure to do that right on your calculator. Okay, so remember, if we divide, then this one cancels. Again, we divide by negative 27. This cancels out, right? And then we get negative 81 divided by negative 27 is equal to a. Now we just need to use our calculator. And when we use our calculator, remember, it's not minus, it's negative. So I need to go right here, negative 81. And then I go divided by negative 27. Enter, and I get 3 for my a, okay? So that means 3 is equal to a, okay? So that would be the answer here for a. So we have to spend a little bit of time to get a after we get, it's pretty quick to get m and n. Okay, good. So that's how you find questions 1 through 3. Now we're going to use this equation, which again is right here. So now let's write our full equation. Now, what do we have? It's going to be f of x is equal to, now we know a is 3, so we write 3. And then we go x plus 7, x minus 5, correct? Now, it's asking us next on number 4 to find f of 3. What does that mean? It means we put a 3. If you remember what that means, f of 3, it means 3 is your x, right? So we're going to come over to here, and we're going to put 3 there and there. So I'm going to rewrite it for you. The x is now, instead of x, it is now 3 and 3. Okay, now we'll be able to find out what that is. And these are all numbers, so we don't have to do algebra, right? All we got to do is use our calculator. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so just carefully do that. Remember, the first number is 3, and then parenthesis, 3 plus 7, 3 plus 7 parenthesis, and then now the next one, parenthesis, 3 minus 5, 3 minus 5 parenthesis, and then we get, and then hit enter, and according to this is negative 60, okay? So let's go back here, that would be A, okay? So that's the correct answer right there, okay? So that's how we do this kind of problem, okay? Okay, so now that if you understand how to do that, great. Now you can do the practice problems. And the practice problems we have over here. So questions 5 through 8, we have another one. And then we have through number 16, okay? So that's your assignment for today. When you're done, make sure you put your answers in Canvas, okay? Put it in Canvas to receive credit for the assignment.